It's going.
Wow, that's hot. This is a compost pile. Wood chips, green leaves. The truck brings it every so often. We compost it here at Faith Lutheran Evangelical Church Community Garden. It's not just a source of soil and fertility, it's a source of heat. Very few people realize that. We proposed out at Standing Rock last weekend when it was Thanksgiving and the cold was setting in and the snows were coming, that the compost toilet that Chris Rockefeller Lindstrom built out there be made a mandatory design for any campground, because as it gets cold, all you have to do is go in the toilet and the heat from the compost would heat you up and save you from frostbite. So compost piles are a great source of heat if you want to heat hot water for your house, if you want to heat it for your bath, if you want to preheat it for cooking, if you want to heat a biodigester, compost is the way to do it. We suggest at Solar Cities, which is our nonprofit organization that works with the Patel College of Global Sustainability, that you look to nature first and design biomimicry systems that provide most of the values that we need to survive in civilization before you turn to chemical or fossil fuel-based solutions. This is a great source of heat using a waste product. It is a great way to grow organic soil. If we come over here on the property, we see where that soil ends up. That compost turns into soil that's used to grow healthy food again. This is part of an urban agriculture initiative showing that in very small areas we can grow the healthy, nutritious food that humanity needs to get through the coming decades. And all without adding to the greenhouse gas burden, without causing climate change. In fact, we can mitigate or prevent more climate change by keeping carbon dioxide and methane out of the atmosphere. So growing our own food is a tremendous way to do that, particularly because agriculture is the sector of society that uses most of the fossil fuels, both for transportation, refrigeration, and for fertilizers and pesticides, tractors, for plowing. All of that is a net burden when we're using fossil fuels to support it. Here, you're growing locally and eating locally. You're using local materials that were waste materials to grow the new food again, keeping stuff out of the landfill, keeping greenhouse gases out of the atmosphere. So we got over here, we got some kale, we got some spinaches, we got some carrots, we got various lettuces, we have some onions and leeks, we have beets, we've got, we said the carrots, we got sunflowers over here, 7 beds. There's gonna be 7 more beds down in the front, and in between, we have the Solar Cities Intermediate Bulk Container, or IBC, Bulk Container Biodigester, which we developed in 2009 in Cairo, Egypt, and then brought on to Essen, Germany. I developed the system for my porch in Germany to give me reliable cooking fuel and fertilizer year-round. And, oh, this is leaking. So hard. Okay. I'll lose that. So interesting enough, so what this is a way of taking food waste and putting the food waste through this 4-inch pipe that goes into the lid here, and then there's a pipe going all the way to the bottom. And this is filled with water all the way up. And then we have another 2-inch pipe coming from a 2-inch uniseal that is where the gas comes out. That goes to fill a balloon so that you can use it for cooking, or you can use it to run electric generators, biogas balloon. And then there's a fertilizer pipe with a 2-inch pipe on the other side that produces wonderful liquid fertilizer for the garden, made from your kitchen scraps. We're doing a pressure test right now, and I can actually hear that there's a bit of leakage here with the uniseal. That won't be much of a problem. We can deal with that with some silicone. But there's a tremendous pressure in here, which is why this is bowed. And when I open this up, you'll be able to hear, in fact, I'll get a leaf so you can see just how much pressure we're talking about. So that's why we were seeing some leakage there, but it's all right. It's working fine. That means that most of the methane was being stored, and we can then use that to fill the balloon. And now there's no more leak over here. But so we're testing for the first time, placing the 4-inch pipe directly through the lid of the IBC tank. And it's really simple to build one of these. All you have to do is take a tank any tank of any size. It could be a Home Depot bucket, it could be a pickle barrel, it could be something the size of your house. And put 3 pipes in, a feeding pipe, a gas pipe, and a fertilizer pipe. The feeding pipe goes down to the bottom with a cut in it so food slides into the bottom of the tank. The tank is filled with water completely. Gas pipe comes out the top because gas rises. And fertilizer comes out the middle because that's where the spent fuel or digested food waste begins to descend or rise depending on whether it was heavy or light. When it gets digested, it comes to the middle of the tank. And that's it. That's a biodigester. Put some cow manure in like we did today, and then wait after you fill it with water for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on the temperature. Once it starts bubbling, it's fermenting, and then you can start feeding it your food scraps right in here. So we hope you will try this at home. We hope every home and community starts using its waste to produce its fuel and its fertilizer to grow healthy food and cook it once again, close the cycle. Join us at the Patel College of Global Sustainability. Join us in our community efforts, and let's save the world today.